Is this allowed? I don't know. You're moving it.
So the Larry's in the picture.
Larry, is this allowed?
Larry!
Hey, Larry, are we?
Larry!
Are we supposed to do this in the beginning of the video? Can we put this on YouTube?
He's sleeping. Let's keep him. So this is an ATI pistol grip stock from H&R Pardner, 18.5-inch barrel, H&R, and I put it on. It looks okay, but the fittings are a little not right, and it's not built for the H&R Pardner. It's built for Remington 870.
So here we have the spacer for the ATI stock for the Mossberg. Here's Remington 1 that fits actually this piece right here, which is specifically made for that stock, I guess. And then they gave a little bit of extra Delrin, I believe it is, or polymer rod that we kind of cut as a spacer because we noticed together the Mossberg and the Remington 1 spacer, as they call it, kind of gave us the exact length that needed to go on the Pardner to actually work for the stock. So we kind of just took these, put it through that piece of polymer rod, and acted as a spacer for itself. I'm not sure if this is supposed to come with extra parts. To me, it kind of seems like they're missing a little something. But, I mean, what are you going to do for a $40 pistol grip stock?
So yeah, like Nick said, 40 bucks for a pistol grip stock for a below $200 shotgun, just for home defense. I wanted something that was a little sturdier, something you could really hold on to when you're trying to shoulder it and get it around where you need to go. The stock actually wasn't too bad. It was pretty comfortable, but being my first shotgun, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And for 40 bucks, pistol grip, figured why not? Let's go for it. If we have to modify it a little bit, we can do that. And so that's what we've done. So we'll just show you kind of putting it back together, and we'll see how it looks.
So here's the spacer for the Remington, or the Pardner. You know, you kind of just throw it on the back here. You got to make sure that this spacer plate is there, that they have for it. So make sure that goes over that lug. Now, here's the weird thing. This kind of just, you kind of just take this whole setup they give you here, and it just kind of floats down and pulls through the bottom like that. I mean, to me, that's not, I prefer to have something a little more stationary in there. But once it's on the shotgun, it's pretty solid. So I don't know if it's 5,000 rounds solid, but we'll find out. So just so everybody can see, because you know everybody's all about safety, there's nothing in the chamber, nothing there. I mean, we don't have it all together, so you know, people are going to be like, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be putting it on your foot. I do realize I do have 2 different vices in the man card HQ, so you know, I like to live life on the edge.
Don't worry, they're pleather boots. Plenty of security there.
If by pleather you mean they're suede. Imported.
Hand it over.
Hand what over?
Hand it over.
Hand what over?
That man card.
Excuse me?
Come on.
I'm busy right now, I don't have it. I'm putting this gun together.
You owe me.
I'll get it back.
You catch me, we're even. You may or may not have cut the spacer too short. As you can obviously see, there's a little bit of play in it. So, we'll be back. I'm not going to say that. Every time someone says we'll be right back, obviously we're going to cut the footage so that you don't have to watch us do this. Like,
this should be in here. Are you filming this?
We'll be right back to show you us cutting the spacer. Well, duh. No kidding.
And then we
messed up.
Then we should have like an intermission where it's like the movies where the popcorn comes out.
And then we can do that right here.
You're an idiot. Learn how to cut stuff.
Shut up!
So, even though when we had it together the first time with the Mossberg spacer, we cut them to the exact same length, but we still had to over-tighten the bolt into the lug to the point where I felt that it was possibly going to strip out, and I really don't want to do that because I just don't want to get into having to deal with that. So we used the extra, what we had left of the Delrin, or the polymer that they gave us, excuse me, I don't know why I keep saying Delrin. So we're going to try that to see if that works for the spacer that we need. I mean, we're still in here, we didn't reload the shotgun, we're not going to load it while we're working on it.
Look me in the face so I know you're not lying.
We're not going to load the shotgun while we're working on it, because if you do that kind of stuff, you're kind of an idiot.
And what happens when you're an idiot and a man?
You lose your man card. So we snugged that up quite a bit. And we noticed this earlier. I don't know if it's just a design flaw
or the fact that it's meant for an 870, but because it's a quote-unquote clone, it's not exact. It's close.
So it pulls it down when you tighten this down. I noticed that it pulls it down probably 2-3 millimeters. I mean, it's snug. There's a gap in here. I can only assume that's there for a reason, regardless. But as far as it being a nice stock, I like the way it shoulders, personally. Obviously I don't have the butt pad on there, but you can pull it in quite easily, especially with the butt pad on there. They give you a pretty thick butt pad, I noticed, which is comparable, I'd say, to the stock one. The one real notable thing is that it's quite lighter. Quite a bit lighter. So yeah, it's about stock width. I'd say they give you these air cushions in there. I'd say this is more spongy, honestly. But as far as it goes weight-wise, I'd say that this stock compared to this stock is, I'd say you probably have a pound right here. I'd say this this ATI stock that you have, I'd say maybe a half a pound. I mean, it's completely hollow. So the one thing you got to remember is you're losing the, you know, the weight. Still get a little more of the recoil, but hopefully that butt pad will catch it all.
All right, so we have the ATI stock back on it, pistol grip. It's not perfect. If you want to get something, well, not something, this exact one, I got it from combathunting.com. It's like $39. It's not perfect. Again, you can see it's a little bit of a lip here. There's a gap in the bottom below the pistol, or right below the adapter there. But all in all, it's going to do what you want it to do. This is a home defense shotgun. You're not going to be taking it out on the range. I will be taking out and do clay shooting just because this is the only gun I have and it's super fun. Anyways, but we're going to put 2 rounds through it. We'll do one apiece. Make sure it's in there nice and tight. And yeah, then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're just going to put 2 rounds through it, one apiece. We have 2 3/4 low brass birdshot. We're going to shoot at that wonderful deer over there and we'll see how it works. Safety off. Firing 3, 2.
So I'll be shooting the same 2 3/4 low brass, bird load, bird shot. Safety is on, and we are wearing hearing protection. I know it's hard to see. I mean, we just kind of got the cheap foam plugs in for right now, just because we're only popping off 2 rounds. But I'll try to shoot in the shot this time, just so you can see. I personally feel like this stock's going to be a lot better than what came on the gun. I don't know what to expect as far as recoil yet, so let's give it a shot. All right, I'm gonna give it a shot center mass, see what happens. 3, 2. Me like it a lot. It definitely got a little extra recoil, but I feel that the grip on there, it makes it manageable. First of all, if you're shooting a 12 gauge and you tell me that it hurts your shoulder, you automatically probably shouldn't own firearms because you don't have a man card. So, with that being said, ATI pistol grip stock, 40 bucks. I don't think you can be beat. As we're going to be building, you know, working on a gun and shooting guns, it's something that you have to understand that, you know, you should always be safe. You should always be wearing hearing protection, excuse me. Should be wearing some sort of eye protection. Being that we both wear glasses, it's kind of difficult to find something that really fits them as far as shooting pro goes.
And always be aware of your surroundings. Local laws, make sure you're checking them. At least in New York State, per the DEC, you do have to either have permission from, or be the owner of, or not be around anyone when you're shooting within 500 feet. So my in-laws live across the street. They have given us permission to shoot. Our neighbors we've spoken to, they're fine if we shoot. So just make sure you're checking your laws. Obviously you don't want to do anything that's not legal. And with this being a budget gun we're going to be working on, we're not going to be firing 500 rounds. But even if you're firing 1 or 50, just make sure you're being safe, and we'll just continue on with the build with some other parts that we do have already here in Mancard HQ. We have a 12 gauge shotgun side saddle, 4 or 6 shell. It attaches with Velcro, which I wasn't too excited about, but we're either going to attach it to the stock, or we're going to modify the Velcro so that it doesn't block the trigger assembly pins when we put it on. So for 16 bucks off eBay, can't go wrong, and that'll be that part of that project.
Budget.
Budget! And the other part that we do have already in stock is a Magpul fore-end. It's a little shorter than the stock one that's on there, a little lighter color. So I don't know if I like the color yet. We may end up painting it. I was hoping it was going to be a little lighter to kind of offset the black on the gun. Although it is just a home defense gun, we want to have some fun with it. It's not just a throw some stuff together and be done with it. So whatever we decide, we'll go from there, go through the whole project, and we'll see where we go.
I mean, obviously we're not building, or Corey's not building a competition gun. He's not going to go out and do 3-gun shoots with it.
Or am I?
Or is he?
No, I'm not. Not with this, no.
Like you said, you know, it's just going to be a budget style. Every man's kind of shotgun. We're just kind of showing you what you can do with a Pardner. I actually have one at home, but it's the field gun. It has the 24, 28-inch barrel on it. So maybe we'll do something different with mine. So to end the video, we picked up...
Nick, where are you? Here.
Picked up this older, vintage, if you want to call it, oil rag container. I got it from a yard sale. The gentleman was an old mechanic. He told me he'd stole quite a few of them in his day from his jobs around the state. So I thought it was pretty cool. I figured it would be something man-card-ish to put in the HQ, especially for used rags.
Maybe we'll clean it up a little bit. We're not going to repaint it, obviously, because it's...
We're not going to try to do, we're not going to try to do any restoration on it. Maybe just kind of clean the gunk and everything that he's got
Maybe make it
on
so
there.
the lid actually shuts. You know.
It shut the last time I was here. What'd you do?
Sad.
So I picked up this United States military lantern as well. I figured it'd be cool to have.
Now, Nick, what war did the man who sold it to you tell you it was from?
So the guy told me that it was his grandfather's from World War II.
Now, Nick, what year is clearly stamped on the bottom of the lantern?
When you pick it up, it clearly states lantern, gasoline, leaded fuel, Coleman, 1966.
So, unless that's the expiration date of the patent on it, World War II did not go through 1966.
Current events, children.
Learn your history. But it is a sweet lantern.
Regardless.
So, we're going to find a cool place to put on it. Maybe Larry will hang on to it for a little bit if he can hold it.
I really don't know if he's going to be able to hold it. He's kind of
Larry, can you
feeble
hold
and
on to
weak.
that for us? Alright, listen. You didn't have to be... I'm sorry. You don't have to be a rude.
You know, it's supposed to kind of be somewhat of a family channel, Larry.
Are you supporting what we're doing?
Anyways, you know what? Sorry. Don't mind him. He's having a bad day.
So, as always, this is Nick.
This is Corey.
And that's Larry. Happy Independence Day, or to our Northerners, third day after Canada Day. This is Mancard HQ.
Signing off.